Now on Coast TV News.
Brick by brick, the new family court building in Georgetown is getting closer to completion. Extra flood protection, what a new FEMA program could do for locals and what DNREC says could reduce risks. Paving the way for pot sales, a new ordinance in Milford, just one step towards retail marijuana sales.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
Bethany Beach flooding, it's been a rough year on that front, but the town council is looking to find a fix. Good evening, I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight in Bethany Beach. Lots of work to be done at the town, and they're looking for ways to slow down the frequency of flooding and water damage happening in the area. The town council met today to go over their progress. Coast TV News reporter Brendan Conroy is in the newsroom. Brendan, this is something that has caused stress and worry for people who live near the water in Bethany.
Charlie, yeah, the people who live near the water are now concerned about the flooding and the hazards that could come in Bethany Beach. But the town council met today to discuss their efforts and plans on how to fix this issue. Those efforts include an update from the town manager on a dam that will help hold water back, a couple of dredging projects, and the grant funds that were received from the state of Delaware. There was also a discussion on individual research of flood studies in other areas. This was the last topic of discussion, so it had a lot of attention on it. We will have much more on this at 11. Charlie?
Thank you, Brendan. The battle to protect the Indian River Inlet continues. The goal of the $15 million project is to save Coastal Highway from constant flooding. Sand dunes are still being added to protect the road. The emergency dredging project is set to restore the eroded beach. They're currently dredging up to 380,000 cubic yards of sand to create a dune system that is 16 feet high, 25 feet wide. And one local fisherman hopes this project will do the trick.
This year's been the worst I've ever seen it, and I'm glad they're doing what they're doing. It's taken a little while. You know, weather has a lot to do with it. If you get a nor'easter, they got to shut down work. They can't continue. So the good days, they get quite a bit done.
Once the sand dunes are in place, it will then go to a second phase of nourishment work that's scheduled for 2025. All of this brings us right into our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what's the best long-term solution for inlet erosion? Let's take a look at the updated results from earlier this evening. And again, we have the same leader here, adding vegetation, 54%. That is your leader. Building seawalls coming in second at 22%. You can go vote in this poll if you'd like to. Go to coasttv.com or use the Coast TV mobile app and we'll show you updated results on Coast TV News at 11. Let's take a live look outside right now into Ocean City. I like this shot here. Our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams standing by. Paul, what's the weather looking like?
Well, it looks like we're going to be dealing with some strong storms that's going to plow its way through here for Wednesday with strong winds and some heavy downpours. We hadn't been able to say that for quite some time. We're in the 50s right now, 55 degrees to 54. That's where the range is at this present time. But we do have wind advisories active for all of Sussex. And in addition to that, we have some wind warnings. Now, bottom line is we're looking at 35-mile-per-hour winds inland, and then along the shore, about 45 to 50-mile-per-hour winds. And that's going to carry along the entire Delmarva Peninsula. Now, in addition to that, we have some dense fog on the other side of the river, but we still have concerns for very gusty winds. Overall, we have a couple of sprinkles that have pushed through initially, but we're really keeping a close eye on what's developing right here down towards Raleigh and the Carolinas, because that's what's moving its way towards us. And we're going to have more active, strong storms throughout the Carolinas. But we are expecting for the rain to develop for this evening with scattered showers through daybreak. And then we anticipate the heaviest rain for us between Wednesday at 1 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon and evening. Isolated thunderstorms with gusts up to 40 to 50 miles per hour. Then after that, this pushes off the coast by Wednesday night. And then we have cold conditions that will step in behind it. Coming up, Charlie, I'll show you exactly how I'm tracking it and why I'm giving you this timeline. But for right now, back to you.
Thank you, Paul. A scary moment today at one of the Milford School District schools. A gun was fired. Now, to be clear, the district said this was an accident. It happened in a private staff workroom. According to a statement from the district, the incident involved a district constable. Nobody was hurt. Officials claim the safety and security of students and staff was not at risk, and the discharge did not affect any instructional areas. The district is working with law enforcement to investigate exactly what happened. A 26-year-old Ridgely man has been sentenced for a 2022 stabbing that happened in Ocean City. Paul Baynard was found guilty of first-degree assault. It was June 20th, 2022, when Ocean City police say 3 people were found with stab wounds near Wicomico Street and Atlantic Avenue after a fight. Surveillance footage, along with social media and witnesses, helped police identify Baynard, whose sentencing is now at least 10 years behind bars and then 3 years on probation. According to the Lewis BPW, the water department will be doing hydrant flow tests on the second Wednesday of every month. They will begin tomorrow, December 11th, on the area in Old Town White's Pond. Residents, you might experience some of that low water pressure or discolored water for up to 24 hours. If that happens, Lewis BPW asks you to run your water on cold for 10 to 15 minutes until it clears up. Now let's take a look at the future of marijuana regulations in Milford. Monday night, an ordinance was introduced at a city council meeting. As CoastTV News reporter Emma Aiken shows us, the community divided about the cannabis conversation.
Marijuana in Milford and the future of how it's regulated.
I think medically, it's very important.
The city is introducing a new ordinance that would allow marijuana retail stores in certain zoned districts. The stores would need conditional use approval from City Council with the condition that the store is located at least 500 feet away from schools. This includes any public or private K-12 school, as well as any residentially zoned property or property zoned central business district. James Case supports the sale of weed in the city, but agrees with the condition about proximity to schools.
Kids are opioids. They're doing all kinds of things and they're dying.
Case also says that he believes in Milford police and that they'll try to do the best for the community. One person I spoke with off camera told me she is against the sale of marijuana anywhere in the city of Milford. Jacqueline Ruiz has 2 children in Milford schools. She's in favor of the sale of marijuana in the city.
It is a drug. Obviously, it does alter your state of mind, just like alcohol is a drug. But I'm very open with them about how, if they do end up using later on, there's consequences, but there is also benefits to certain things. Not everyone smokes weed just to get high. The next step for the introduced ordinance, it will go in front of planning and zoning before heading back to the city council for final decisions. In Milford, I'm Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
Today, the Sussex County Council voted in favor not to move forward with a 3% short-term rental tax. Again, they are not moving forward with it. Many gathered today for a public hearing on the short-term rental tax. People against the tax cited the recent economy being a main reason why the rental prices cannot go up anymore.
What you're hitting are middle-class people in their 50s who have children and have aging parents, and now they're caught in the middle.
Sussex County already has a 3% lodging tax for hotels and motels. So far, that's generated around $3.5 million since 2020. The Delaware State Fire Marshal is investigating a deadly house fire. This happened on December 7th in Millsboro. Firefighters found heavy flames at the home on Westwoods Road, where a 63-year-old woman identified as Donna Jackson was rescued by neighbors and taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Unfortunately, she passed away from those injuries on December 9th, bringing the total number of fire deaths in Delaware this year to 15. Milford is growing. At the December 9th City Council meeting, it was shared that Milford issued 213 new home construction permits in the first 11 months of 2024, and they've seen $36.9 million in investment in the downtown area. That goes back to 2016. We have more news to get into this evening. In sports, the Stephen Decatur Seahawks reflect on making history once again on the gridiron.
And we're tracking some rainfall for tomorrow. In fact, we're going to be in a marginal area where we could see up to 40 to 60 mile per hour winds. We'll talk about that and break down exactly the timing of the storms and what you can expect in our area coming up.
Mixed reviews. Not everybody loves what they see with a new building in Georgetown. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
As the season changes and temperatures drop, Spicer Brothers is turning up the heat with Black Friday sizzling savings. Right now, save 30% off your complete roofing system. Plus, save an additional $1,000 off your new roof during our Black Friday sale. At Spicer Brothers, excellence is our standard, ensuring each project is built to last a lifetime. Call our office by December 15th and schedule your free in-home consultation to take advantage of the Black Friday sizzling savings. Spicer Brothers, because you deserve the best.
It's Delmarva's best-kept secret, Johnny Janosic's Outlet and Clearance Center. Save up to 80% on name-brand furniture and mattresses. Shop one-of-a-kinds, customer cancellations, scratch and dents, discontinued items, and more. Find incredible deals store-wide. We have something for everyone and something for every room in your home. Shop early and often. New products arrive daily. And buy it today, get it today. Discover the secret. Shop Johnny Janosic's Outlet and Clearance Center in Laurel and Dover.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
The new Sussex County Family Court facility in Georgetown is almost finished. The Georgetown Council gave updates on the progress of that project Monday. Coast TV reporter Zakia Jennings shows us how locals are feeling about the new addition to town.
From our Coast Copter, you can see the beginning stages of the new Sussex County Family Court facility. Here is where construction crews are at today. The building has reeled in opinions from businesses and locals, and Sandra Goss, an architect for 20 years, says the outcome so far surprised her.
I saw early designs for it and I thought, wow, that kind of looked neat, but then when I see what the material is and how it's executed, it doesn't seem to be a lot of detail on the facade.
Georgetown's town manager, Jean Dvorak, shared a progress report Monday on the new building. Drywall is mostly finished on all 3 floors and some windows have been installed. The garage construction began on December 2nd, but Goss wishes a few things had been done differently.
Some kind of cornice on the top to end the building. Doesn't have to be traditional, it could be modern, but some sort of projection out, again, for interest.
Construction continues for the building that you can see here behind me now. Crews are out working out this moment, and Coast TV was previously told that this project should be completed by the spring of 2025. In Georgetown, I'm Zakia Jennings, Coast TV News.
Moving into sports now, 2 years of undefeated football happens on the Eastern Shore, and this Seahawks team reflecting on the history they made as the moment has settled in. DSN's Kayla Santiago has more.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studio.
To Stephen Decatur High School we go as history continues to be made in Berlin.
Back-to-back seasons as state champions. A team that was battle-tested, but came back with winning drives to take it all. And head coach Jay Coleman says bringing another piece of hardware back to Berlin was a goal this team set out for right after the 2023 state championship win.
To see them work towards that goal all season long, and it's unbelievable. It's like supernatural. And those guys had that in their mind. And so, you know, they go out there and they're in tough games and people say, are you nervous? And you know, because the players don't seem like they're nervous. They're just continuing to compete. And I think it's because they're just, you know, we're committed to it, you know. And one of our coaches says, we're not new to it, we're true to it.
We will hear more from the players and the reflection on the state championship season tonight on The Final Score on the Delmarva Sports Network at 10:30 p.m. Have a great night, everybody.
Here's a look at your golf forecast. Look, I really hope you're not trying to play golf tomorrow, okay? We're talking about a first alert day. Just forget about it. Soaking rain, rumbles of thunder, winds at 40 to 50 miles per hour. Come on, man. You're not going out there now, are you?
Delmarva's Holiday House, sponsored by Beta Beach Builders.
Get the safety this holiday season here at Coastal Bath.
I think Coastal Bath is an oh my gosh and a wow. And the sturdiness of the quality work is wonderfully safe.
It's Coastal Bath's annual holiday extravaganza. Get a free safety package, receive a bench, 2 grab bars, and a handheld shower head with docking station. Plus no payments, no interest until 2026.
Don't wait. Call Coastal Bath today for your free in-home estimate. And keep your loved ones safe this holiday season. Local and family owned Coastal Bath.
With strong community ties and numerous 5-star reviews, Precision Exteriors is dedicated to delivering top-notch quality across Delmarva. We offer same-day appointments, and weather permitting, we can start work within a week. Trust Precision Exteriors for reliable, efficient service that fits your schedule. Sign now and get 0% financing for 18 months. Call us today so we can get started right away. Measure twice, cut once, and always do it with precision. Precision Exteriors.
Cookie?
Hey everybody, come outside. Drum roll, please.
It's a beaut, Doc.
Yes, but all the lights and decorations don't really matter. What really matters is we're with the people we love.
Hey, is that Santa? It is! Happy Holidays! From Delmarva Dental Services.
Visit Gateway Subaru this holiday season during the 2024 Subaru Share the Love event through January 2nd. With every Subaru purchased or leased, Subaru will donate $250 to one of these 5 charities, plus an additional $50 when you choose your hometown charity. And Subaru will donate $5 for every routine service performed. At Gateway Subaru, our customers are the heart of what we do, and we're committed to being a positive force in our community. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
In 1925, a simple bank ledger began journaling the transactions of life in Willards, Maryland. New houses, barns, and farm equipment. Growing families and businesses both big and small. A record through time of hardship and prosperity. 100 years ago, the founding of the Farmers Bank of Willards was vital to the town. 100 years later, banking has changed, but the Farmers Bank remains steadfast in its original mission, keeping and reinvesting millions of dollars right here for the benefit of our communities.
Coastal Comfort knows you can't always plan when you'll need us. That's why Coastal Comfort technicians are dedicated experts. Early mornings to late nights, cold or hot weather, day in and day out, delivering quality service when you need them. Reliable, trustworthy, always here for you. Experience the Coastal Comfort difference. Call us or visit coastalcomfort.com to schedule your appointment today. Coastal Comfort, a Carrier factory authorized dealer serving Maryland and Delaware. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Track the storm with CoastTV First Alert Weather.
We are expecting stormy weather for Wednesday, bottom line. And we're watching out for a chance of an isolated thunderstorm. And if you're planning on driving somewhere, let's say tomorrow afternoon or so, and you've got to go through the weather in the afternoon, I would suggest you come up with plan B, because the roads are going to be hard to deal with, especially with the winds and the rain. Tunnel, that was for my producers, by the way, who were asking me questions during the break. All right, so in Lewis, we're looking at 55 degrees. Temperatures dropping back to the mid-50s and partly cloudy skies. We're in the 50s right now. Fortunately, we're not expecting the temperatures to escalate too much higher than where we are right now, because just a bump more of thermodynamic energy, and we could be talking about some seriously ugly and dangerous weather, although it's not necessarily all that safe. Anyway, we are looking at a wind advisory for all the inland areas for about 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Drivable, but if you're in a high vehicle or SUV, it could be a little tricky. Now, if you're going to be going along the coast, I suggest you come up with plan B from Dewey Beach, Ocean View down towards Fenwick Island, because that's where we're watching out for basically 45 to 50-mile-per-hour winds. But you're looking for at least 25-mile-per-hour winds from Ocean City down towards Chincoteague and around those areas, and on the other side of the Delmarva Peninsula throughout the Chesapeake Bay area. Warm air is surging its way from the south to the north. Now, this warm air component is very important because it will unlock whether we're talking about run-of-the-mill thunderstorms or some stuff we need to cut in and do live coverage for, okay? This warm air is going to slowly migrate its way out of the southwest and drag with this chance of scattered shower activity. Now, there's a chance that the latent heat here that's developing will begin to zap into a great deal of the thermodynamic energy that won't allow for it to develop as strongly. However, unless that really occurs succinctly, we're going to run into a problem. Now, that's a fancy schmancy way of saying if we get too warm, watching out for bad storms. I have to let my mom know that her money and helping with my meteorology degree wasn't a total waste. That's okay. So we're looking at soaking rainforests for Wednesday going into August. Now we're looking for the temperature to plunge dramatically afterwards. Now we are in the midst of marginal problems as far as the threat of thunderstorms is concerned. So we're not in the level 2 or level 3, 4, or 5. We're in the lowest level, but we're just in that conversation. So we're looking for a chance of rain pretty much the entire day, and the chances of excessive rainfall will be marginal for Wednesday. Marginal, like barely getting there. So we have our escalated chances of rain for Wednesday, and then we hold off for a few days. But we're looking at a whopping 100% chance of rain for Wednesday. That's looking pretty favorable. Now, we had some rain today, And I wanted to double check this, but as you take a look at our expectations, we're at nearly 9.5 inches shy of our normal rainfall total, so we didn't have quite enough to measure. But you can see the rain dances across very quickly for us Wednesday. Here's that line of storms I was talking to my producers about, and I'm talking to you about now. Here's that line that pushes through, and you see down towards Salisbury, coming up towards us here in Milton. We're looking for heavy downpours that could produce blinding rain, along with, get this, accumulation up to 2.5 to possibly even 3 inches of rain. And then let's add the winds out of the south up to 46 miles per hour from Milton down towards Georgetown. So make your driving choices accordingly. 54 for tonight, soaking rain and rumble of thunder for tomorrow with very gusty winds. And then the bottom drops out like crazy on Thursday. Like when I say cold, I'm talking about crazy cold, uncomfortable cold. Like, are you kidding me cold? After the rain.
The holiday season is here, and Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign is in full swing, working to bring a little Christmas spirit to everybody. We've been sharing our cards and the donations that we've received, and here's a great one right here. This is from the Women's Club of Milton, and I love the card. It looks like this could have been right in Milton. This also has a cat on it, and you know, Paul and I love when you got a cat to send in, so we really appreciate that. Now, we still do need your help to make sure that every child has a gift under the tree this Christmas, and that's important. We've already raised over $225,000 to donate. To join in on this, go to blessourchildren.org. And it's now time to take a look at today's holiday house. What do we have today? This photo is submitted by Rich and Sarah Jones of Powellville. Here you can see it's a big tree decorated with a snowman on top. Hard to see the snowman, he's up there. Thank you for sending the photo. If you would like to have a chance to be featured, you can submit your pictures to coasttv.com/holidayhouse. Coast TV News at 6. We'll be right back.
Transform your bath today with Baths by Spicer Brothers.
Ask about our Refresh for Less Black Friday promotion. A new bath or shower for just $69.95 plus 20% off all upgrades.
Imagine stepping into a beautifully renovated bath, designed by our experts and installed by our certified professionals.
Call our office by December 15th and schedule your free in-home consultation to take advantage of the $69.95 Refresh for Less Black Friday promotion.
Before you sign, keep Baths by Spicer Brothers in mind, because you deserve the best.
This morning's weather forecast courtesy of Baths by Spicer Brothers, a Delmarva tradition for over 20 years.
For 25 years, the Delaware Community Foundation has served Sussex County, empowering donors to achieve dreams and create lasting change. Now our roots grow even deeper. Our new Lewis location is designed for discussing goals, planning legacies, and creating impact for future generations. As the year draws to a close, consider how your charitable giving can shape a stronger community. Schedule time to meet here, or let us come to you, in person or online. Make more possible in your community with the Delaware Community Foundation.
Hard workers need tough gear. Vernon Powell has the toughest and most comfortable workwear in the business. Work boots that work hard, like Timberland Pro, Carolina, and Red Wing, to Carhartt and Darn Tough socks. Only at Vernon Powell in Salisbury and Rehoboth.
Christmas is around the corner. Picture yourself by the fire pit, sipping hot chocolate on your brand new deck.
The team at Paul Davis can make that happen. We'll complete your deck installation before Christmas, and we'll include a fire pit for free. We'll bring the showroom to you, take measurements, and give you an estimate that day.
With so many design options available, you can create the perfect outdoor space for entertainment.
Our AZEC composite decking looks amazing, won't fade or rot, and is maintenance-free with a lifetime warranty.
As the leading deck builder on the shore, Paul Davis makes the process simple and hassle-free.
From design to permitting and building, we're with you every step of the way.
Right now, take 20% off your deck project, get a free gas fire pit, pay as little as $100 per month, and get it done before Christmas. A design consultant can be out to your home as soon as tomorrow to give you a free quote. But you have to call Paul Davis right now.
Or visit our showroom, 100 Marble Road, Salisbury, Maryland. Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Get the Coast TV News app, the latest and most up-to-date stories for your coastal community. Coastal news customized to your needs. Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices. Coast TV, our community, your news.
Feel the magic of the season as you wander your way through an immersive winter wonderland at Ocean City, Maryland's Winterfest of Lights. Let imagination flourish at Northside Park with thousands of twinkling lights and larger-than-life animated Christmas scenes. Sip hot chocolate, snap a photo with Santa, and enjoy the array of holiday exhibits under the illuminating holiday lights. Find your magic at Winterfest of Lights, an Ocean City, Maryland family tradition. Open November 21st through December 31st. Get tickets at OCOcean.com or Northside Park.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
So we're looking for things that are calm right now to become a little more volatile by the time we get into tomorrow. Even for late tonight, we'll see increasing cloud cover. Our umbrella giveaway winner, by the way, is Helene Schmidt of Harbison. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling. Listen, to keep up with the latest of your forecast, call our weather line at 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away, sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalas, Brookstead, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling exclusive 10-day forecast. Quickly, so we can go over this together, we have a first alert day for Wednesday because we're watching out for 40 to 50 mile per hour winds and over 2 inches of rain in one day. We hadn't seen rain too often, and because it's been so dry, we're likely to deal with some localized flooding. Then the bottom drops out majorly, bigly, okay? So be mindful of that because it's going to be extremely cold Thursday night going to Friday morning.
We'll keep an eye on that, Paul. Thank you. And thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6. For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app. The NBC Nightly News, that's coming up next. And we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.